Welcome back to another episode of Two Joes and the Pro. As always, you got you guys, Kenny, Ryan, and Brian.
Can I
Quick
be
question.
honest with you, Kenny?
What?
You know how fucking annoying it is that you don't go right into it when the music ends because I have to edit to move your stupid voice back into the beginning of the
You
the.
don't need to
Anyways,
edit it. You need to keep that in there so people can be like, "What the fuck just happened?"
yeah, but then people just listen to the audio, the music ends, and they're just like,
How many people are listening to the audio? Let's be real. Let's be real. And if it's that serious, then guess what? We need to put our video on Spotify. We need to be
it
like,
is. It
we need to
is
be,
on Spotify.
our video.
They have video on Spotify.
Yeah, Joe
Yes.
Rogan's videos on Spotify.
Oh, man.
Other guys' videos on
We're on
Spotify.
his level. We might as well put the video.
I'm saying
Well,
Joe Rogan,
get
he's
it-
dope, but we dope
Who
too.
the hell's
Shit.
Joe Rogan?
Work on that Spotify
Joe Rogan's
deal.
podcast. Joe Rogan, huh?
Get us that Spotify deal, and
They're not
we're in
paying
there.
no money, bro. They learned their lesson. They broke it to the joke. Nah, I'm trying to do all that. Anyway, I guess I won't ask you guys how you doing because Brian's telling me how he really feels. To all the people out there that's listening, what's going on another week? I hope you guys have been liking our picks thus far. I'm going to get to the BK bet straight off the bat. We have last week was a little up and down, right? It was a little up and down, but for the most part, we had. If you from the podcast on Thursday, we had a good one. Some teams there. Friday, we had a good one. Besides Colorado, and that's where I'm going to start for college football because Colorado was up 29-0 at halftime. It was all good and dandy. Everybody's laughing. They're just it's all good. And then I went to sleep.
That was the wrong move.
And when I woke up, I had to rewatch the second half because I was like, what happened? And Colorado lost.
Yeah, they stayed. I think they stayed in the locker room.
I don't know what happened second half, but Colorado lost to Stanford. Deion was extremely pissed, which he's supposed to be. And he challenged the guys, hey, do you guys really love ball or do y'all like it?
Mm-hmm.
And what I was telling some people in another chat, they were like, what do you think? I said, honestly, those guys got to learn how to win, right? They don't know how to win the easy ones, right? They are what we call front runners. When everything is good, that's fine. When nobody expects anything from them, that's fine. But guess what? That's normally what you see in the beginning team. Like when a coach first gets there, right? The guys don't have the grit yet. They don't learn. They are not cohesive yet, right? The coach hasn't put his foot down all the way completely throughout the program. And I think they'll get right, but right now they're not there, right? So as expected, all the football darling and everything like that, that's going to go away. People, the supporters, peace, right? Until next year, but it's going to go away. I think that Shador is having an awesome year. But one thing that takes into account is, as a quarterback, are you a winner, right? Majority of the quarterbacks that are good, they come from winning programs, right? And there's some that are not, right? It's very, very rare, but majority of the guys are winners. So I think he has to, as far as when you talk about draft stock, he has to get things going so he can keep his draft stock. He's still a highly talented quarterback and things like that, but that's just my take on there. Let's go. So last week we hit on Thursday, right? We had Houston SMU, that was a hitter. Friday we had a hitter besides, the Colorado. And then Saturday, the games on Saturday morning, it was kind of easy peasy lemon squeezy for the first half. Because Alabama had a big lead against Arkansas, gave that up. They end up squeezing by with 3. James Madison is the most consistent team in America. Golly, boy. I'll bet Georgia Southern because I saw the versus Wisconsin thinking like, okay, they play hard with Wisconsin. It should be a good game. This is in conference game. Let's see. James Madison. Huh?
And James Madison had just gotten told that they weren't going to qualify for bowls this year.
Why is that?
Game. I don't remember why. I think because they moved up, right?
Yeah.
And like I don't know, the NCAA ruled that they weren't qualified for a bowl this year,
Damn. Well,
and I
guess
thought that
what?
that's me a kick in the dick for him, you know?
They let the frustration out on James on
Yeah,
Georgia
they
Southern
did.
because they beat the shit out of them 41-13. Um, Georgia was in a close game first half with Vanderbilt, then pulled off Indiana and Michigan. It looked like it was competitive for the first quarter or so, and then Michigan put the gas on them. Ohio State dog Purdue, Florida State dog Syracuse. So if you were going for the big dogs in the first slate of games, you were on pretty much on a good track. Michigan State, talk about Colorado. Michigan State had a Fumbarooski as well at the game. They had a lead. They let them score. Then they had got the onside back. It wasn't even an onside. It was a kickoff return, and the returner, right, because they're in an onside formation, he just didn't pick the ball up, and they just Rutgers came back and then picked it up and they got the ball and they're like, what the hell just happened? And they scored a touchdown. They won the game 27-14. Iowa State somehow has an offense now from, losing to Ohio, couldn't even put up 7 points for real. And now they put up 30 against Cincinnati and beat the dog snap out of them. Oh, Temple doing what Temple does. They got beat the hell up, lost by 30 to North Texas. What else we got? Utah putting some points up still, 34-14. Penn State, that should be a good one this week. Penn State, I think they're going against Ohio State this week, so I think that's the matchup of the week. They beat UMass 63-0. Stay tuned for that. The game of the week has to be Oregon versus Washington. It hurt my heart seeing Oregon lose because, boy, it was for it to be a 33-36 game, right? And I know people will say, oh man, that's high scoring, but it's not really high scoring to what these guys put up. They put up 50 apiece. So they had a little defense going, but that's probably one of the best games we've seen in a while. It was just a back and forth with some points action, but at the same time, like defenses were making stops. That's probably the best game I've seen since probably last year Alabama-Tennessee game, right? I think that, or hold on. Was the Michigan Ohio State game good last year?
How about
No,
Ohio
no,
State
no.
and Georgia
Oh
last
yeah,
year
I'm
in
tripping.
the
I'm tripping.
playoffs?
That was the best game of the year last year. Ohio State Georgia was definitely the best game of the year last year.
Oh, you talking about the national championship?
No,
Basically.
semifinals. It should have been a national championship.
Yeah.
That was the best game of the year.
I don't think Kenny understood what I was doing.
This is probably the closest game to Georgia, Ohio State. Thank you for that, Brian. As far as competitiveness, it was just a thorough game, man. Tennessee, Texas A&M was competitive, a defensive game. Kansas, Oklahoma State. I didn't even know that Oklahoma State had the OT Texas Tech quarterback. I think his name is Bartman. Or, what's his name? What is his name? Bowman. So I know what I'm doing. I'm going to hit on Oklahoma State from now on because Bowman, he can sling that thing and they do not run it. What else games? I think that's pretty much it. Pitt upset Louisville. LSU handled business. Notre Dame beat USC, which hurt my soul. I had so much money on that damn game. It hurt my soul. Caleb Williams just folded. He just folded. He had 3 interceptions in the beginning of the game, and every pick it was like, oh, it's okay. We got Caleb Williams. It's okay. We got Caleb Williams. And what happened was they relied on that too much and they fold. He didn't come back. And then
like
their
Jalen
defense.
Hurts.
And their defense, stay tuned. Their defense was trash. North Carolina played against Miami. They handled business, so that should be a good one coming up. I think they don't play Duke in a couple weeks. They have a good game coming up. Oregon State handled UCLA because UCLA was a joke. And then the team of the week for me was San Diego State, baby. late night. Late night.
Kenny and I were up betting that live.
Man, we was up at 2:00 in the morning like some degenerates.
Kept hitting over.
Kept hitting it.
And then another score, over.
Over, punching it. I said, I need it, baby. I need it.
That was insane.
Yeah, that was a crazy game.
I made like $200 on that game, just betting overs.
Yeah,
live.
I made some.
I'm just saying, I bet small, just so everybody knows.
Yeah. To your point, Brian, the over for the Penn State Ohio State game is 4.5 right now. So
spread.
I mean the
Oh.
spread, not
I
the over.
was
I'm
like-
thinking the over.
I was like,
Over.
Well, where's that at? Let me put a paycheck
Hold
on
on.
that.
I'm putting the life savings in there. Hold on. What do you mean?
yeah, that shit
it'd
would
be
be
3-0.
like
It'd be
3-0.
Yeah, it'd be 3-0. What? So
Plus,
the
so
over,
plus 4.5 for Penn State. So
My-
interesting. Penn State's like 20-0 against the spread their last 20 games.
yeah, but okay, all right.
It's interesting.
Now you okay. I wasn't.
I'm
gonna
just saying.
Take it. I wasn't going to take it there, but we're going to go take it there. We're going to take it there because that's when you say it like that, it's like, oh, a no-brainer to take Penn State, but that's not. It's not easy.
It's like taking the under for primetime games.
Okay, so let's see. Like, yeah. So okay, so you want to? We'll touch on that later. Let's see. Last year they played the spread was 15.5, 44-31. The year before the spread was 18.5, 33-24. The year before that the spread was 10.5, 38-25. The year before that the spread was minus 20, 28-17. And then 5 years ago the spread was minus 3.5, and that was 27-26 when Saquon was out there. So
what's your point?
my point is you're saying it as if it's a no-brainer Penn State, and it's like, bro, 15.5, 18.5, 10.5, 20 is the last 4 years. The spread right now is 4.5. I know the spread right now is 4.5.
And you don't see
Penn
this game
State
being a 3-point game?
Penn State is not fucking good.
Okay.
If
I mean, a
you're
lot of people think that Penn State's really good. So, I don't know.
Okay, let's see. Who did Penn State play? Oh, UMass. They're good. No. Let's see. Illinois, is they good? No. Iowa, are they good? No. Northwestern, are they good? No. Delaware, dog water. West Virginia, trash. Who did they play?
All right.
Okay.
It's a fair point. But I would say besides Notre Dame, Ohio State really haven't played much either.
Okay, they played Purdue. That's not nothing. They played Maryland. Okay, Maryland was ranked when they played them. Maryland was ranked, but don't start.
I know,
don't do
but
that.
Maryland was overrated.
They beat Notre Dame. Cool. Notre Dame just beat the dog water out of USC. Western Kentucky, nobody. Youngstown State, nobody. And Indiana. They had competition. Penn State has played nobody.
Yeah, I know.
Not even
and the game's
close.
in Ohio, so
Yeah, it's
gonna
over.
be a wrap. I know.
You take Penn State if you want to, you'll lose your money.
I know.
That's it. That's all
I'm
I
just
have,
telling
man.
you what the stats are, Kenny. That's it. 20-0 in their last 20 games against the spread. Guess the law of averages
guys,
is coming in. This
don't
time.
listen to Ryan either about this damn over under at fucking primetime.
Yeah,
Don't
nobody
listen to
likes to win 14 out of 20
Hey,
times.
the Saints are playing Jacksonville Thursday night tomorrow.
that. What are you going to
Did
take?
you know? Did
We're
you
taking
know
the
that?
under.
Well, I don't know because it's like 39.5.
It's 40.
It-
You want
yeah.
to take the under, Brian?
I'm
but
sorry. For what game?
this-
Jacksonville
this-
and the
New
Saints?
Orleans 40.
I
would-
mean,
I
that
would
one is
push
a
it
little
up a little
riskier.
bit.
I would parlay it with something and push it up to maybe like 48.
I would take that.
I was gonna say I would. I mean,
Maybe
like
45.
45.
No.
Listen, the Saints haven't
no,
scored
no.
20 points yet this year, besides
will.
against the Patriots when they blew them out.
They will.
But that's not
No,
happening
they
against
did.
Jacksonville.
They scored 20 and
When?
and
They
34.
scored exactly 20
yeah,
once.
once, yeah.
Okay,
The
but Jacksonville has a pretty good defense.
No,
Every
they
game
do
has
not.
been the under this year for them. Every game they've played in has been the under
For who?
Oh,
For who?
for the Saints. Every
Saints,
single game the
yeah.
Saints have played.
For
I
Saints.
believe that because they can't score and their defense is really good.
Yeah, Derek Carr looks broken, but he's getting healthier, so I think he could.
Man.
This could be a surprising game.
Come on, listen.
Maybe since it's so low, we just take the over.
Jacksonville let Indiana. I mean, the Colts have 20 points last week. They let Buffalo have 20 points, and Atlanta is trash. So we're not going to speak on that. They had 7 points. That was a 7 points when Ritter is not even a sniff of who he is right now because he's like number 8 in the league right now.
So what you're saying is take the under.
No, I'm not taking the under.
What if we do
You know what?
42 and a half?
You know what? I don't care. I am not fighting it anymore.
Yeah,
If y'all want,
You know what?
if that's your bet, Brian, if you want to take the under, take the under.
we
We'll take
can't
it.
talk to Brian because he'll just make an excuse that we talked him out of something
He'll
that
say
he
it
never
again.
brought up to me. I've never even said anything about the under, and because I tried, Kenny, we have to admit something. We did a bet without you. I picked 2, and Brian picked 2. We had, dude. We couldn't. You take too long, man.
Kenny's like trying to tell us his bets about 2 minutes before kickoff.
Yeah.
We're like, Ryan and I are getting this set up like 2 hours out. Like,
Yeah.
all right.
Well, anyways, of course, my 2 work. I every time I've given a pick, they've been locked.
Besides once.
Who?
I thought the week that we all were wrong.
No,
Well,
I'm pretty sure I've been right every time because the one I thought I wasn't gonna get is Madison that one time, and the last drive he ended up getting his catches.
That was Hawkinson.
No, I did like CD's receptions, but Ryan, before I even said anything, was like, I like his yards, but I don't like his receptions. So I was like, okay, well, I'm not gonna try to talk you into it.
So you guys bet on the Chargers in Dallas, and y'all know that the Chargers is my team, and y'all know I will be watching the game, staying up late
and
to
you'd
watch
have a bias.
Oh, let me tell you my bias.
You know what? So I took CD Lamb plus 60 or 60 receiving yards.
Let me tell you my bias. Let me tell you my bias. I had the Chargers 7.5 hit. I had Justin Herbert over 2 touchdowns hit. I had Justin Herbert over 225 hit. I had Joshua Palmer over 3.5 reception hit. I had Donald Parham Jr. over 1.5 reception hit. I had Asante Samuel over 3.5 tackles hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for letting us know, Kenny. When did that come into the message?
Yeah, we could have used you. You didn't ask us.
Kenny only wins when he doesn't tell us about it. That's the only time he
This
wins.
is a two-way street. This is a two-way street.
The only one I had a big ticket. The only reason why it didn't smack is because the over came into play, which was some bullshit. And y'all know it was because they got in the red zone 4 times.
What do you mean,
It's on
man?
4 times, and the boys are going.
Yeah, that's
for
why you got to
it.
buy points. Listen,
And
you
what
gotta
did they do, Kenny?
realistic
Oh yeah,
scores.
what'd your coach do?
I-
Let's go for it, guys.
I
Let's go
didn't
for
buy
it.
points, Ryan, because I said 43.5. It was 2 points lower. I said 43.5. That got to be a hit. Like they're going to score, and these boys go 4 times in the red zone and did nothing. They sit. Oh my god! Then I had
You
a
know how
Joshua
many
Palmer
times
touchdown, CeeDee Lamb
Staley-
touchdown. Golly. I can't believe y'all didn't add me in there. That would have been an easy hit because y'all would have said, "Kenny, tone it down."
No, it wouldn't have because I got everything wrong.
No, I would.
He got both of his wrong because
I would have swayed you from that.
You would have
He had
swayed me away from
Eckler.
Eckler 75 plus on receiving and rushing.
Yes,
No, you wouldn't have. Stop it.
he ain't on my ticket, bro. I know what it was going to be. I knew what it was going to be, bro.
Man. Well,
I
I
know
wanted
what
the
it
under. But
I had Jaron Curse for tackles and assists. He hit that right away.
Yeah, I about to say that was smack. That was
well, the app said he hit it right away, but ESPN said he didn't hit it until like the 4th quarter.
good.
Yeah.
But
And then what was the other? And then CD Lamb.
see,
I actually did like research on the tackles because teams that play against the Chargers usually the safeties are the ones that get the tackles because
safeties and the outside linebackers are get the most tackles because that's how they run. That's it. Ryan is understanding the gameplay now because I literally looked at it and I said, okay. I looked at the Cowboys. I said, it's not going to be Murray. He's not going to get tackles like that. Who's going to be it?
Yeah.
I said, Asante Samuel's on the outside. They're going to throw to CeeDee Lamb. Who's covering CeeDee Lamb? Asante Samuel. And guess what? That's who he was. That's why he got beat on 3rd down. Like, whatever. And Donald Parham,
we were getting there.
Is
Well,
Come
I
on.
know, but he's risky.
no. If he doesn't have a game that won the game before, he's due every time. He's due. And Gerald Everett, as long as it's not over 4 catches, you can lock him in. Keenan Allen, it don't matter. It can be 15 catches. He's gonna do that.
Wait, Quentin Johnson's like
dog
dead.
water.
Is he bad? Is he bad? Because
No,
there's
I don't-
nothing but opportunity there. But like he's
not throwing the ball. And Joshua
Yeah.
Palmer,
yeah, he can catch. He's
bro,
good.
he was catching. Do you see that one catch he had an out route and Herbert threw it late and he like bobbled up and still caught? I was like,
Yeah,
this
he
man
looked
is
looks
crazy.
good.
I remember saying something about it would be Palmer over Johnson.
Yeah. You're
Yeah,
right.
I mean, I think we all said Palmer would be the initial guy, but I thought after the
I
bye
thought
week,
Quentin Johnson was gonna come on later.
after the bye week, I thought like, all right, we got to get this guy involved. He's got nothing but opportunities.
I think Johnson is it if Keenan Allen gets hurt. Then Johnson will come in. They play the same role. That's
I don't know. I don't think he's. I just don't think he's good.
I don't know. I don't want to
yes,
say
he
that.
is.
I
I
don't
think
want
he
to
was
say it.
good.
I don't wouldn't say he's not. He's not on the field getting all those snaps if he's not good. They got other people back there that can run routes too now.
I mean, he's a good decoy. He's all cardio with
Herbert
Sky
Herbert
Moore,
Herbert looks for him, right? And every
and then
time,
looks past him.
no. Every he looks for him, and every time it's the time for him to shine and throw it to him, Herbert gets sacked. It's a overthrown ball. That game, he was open for a touchdown. He had a double route. He was open for a touchdown. Herbert overthrew it just like he did Keenan Allen twice. Herbert pissed me off that game too, man.
Yeah. Hey, we're bearing the lead. Let Brian talk about baseball.
Sorry.
We got playoffs.
What
Dude,
baseball?
look at this. This is the first time we've ever had double digits. We got 12 people watching right now.
Oh, who's in here?
Exactly.
Roll call. Put your
Roll
name in here,
call.
man. Roll call, man.
Yo, all right. So baseball, real quick. Hey, the Rangers are hot. They're up 2-0 on the Astros, but they're getting smacked right now. So it might be a wise decision to go ahead and take the Astros for the series. They could bounce back. Yep.
No.
I'm telling you, the Astros.
No.
You give them a little opening, man. They are a proven team.
They're a proven
Rangers
team.
The Rangers just got hot, man. I'm telling you, if they
And they're still hot.
are they?
They-
Are they
what
still
do you-
getting skunked right now?
Bro, they got skunked one game. They're up 2-0. What are you saying? They don't have the
That's
press.
all it takes.
Their foot is on the gas. They just let up one game. They're playing in Houston. Like, just chill out.
All right.
Just chill out.
No, the game is in Texas right now.
No, it's not. It's in Houston, bro.
No, it's not. Kenny, they played the first 2 games in
Oh,
Houston.
it is. I'm tripping. This is game 3. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kenny's
But
so hyped.
even with that being said, it doesn't matter. Even with that being said, they're up 2-0. You're making it seem like it's tied or something.
It's 2-0 in a 7-game series. That doesn't mean much. Not in baseball.
Huh?
It don't.
It does when
Wait,
Verlander. It does when Verlander went up and they smacked Verlander all around.
That was a 2-0 game, wasn't it? I mean, I wouldn't call that a smack around.
Okay. How many games is a smack around? How many runs needs to be a smack around?
I need to see you get 4+ on the starter if you want to say you smacked him.
Okay.
Verlander pitched pretty well.
He pitched pretty well. They didn't win, so that's not good
Okay,
enough.
it's not his fault that his team didn't hit.
All right. Hey, and you said it's 5. It's 5-0. It's 5-2 right now. Top of the 6.
I don't know. I didn't look. That's the last I saw it. 5-0.
The game ain't over yet, man.
Listen, man, I got a different game on right now.
Yeah, you watching the wrong
He's
one.
watching-
I told you.
He's watching cricket.
He watching
No.
NAIA.
That don't come on until 1.
You got the
my
WNBA
God,
rolling.
Bro, no, I ain't touching that.
Why? They
'Cause-
just take the under. Just
No.
take the
They're
under.
just so inconsistent. No, take the
Kel
over.
Griffiths, Ella, I'm new to sports. Can sometimes explain technical definition of a smack around. See? Thank you, Kel. See?
What's the smack around? Tell her what a smack around is.
Smack around is when you can't. Come on. Actually, let's get Kel in here. Let's get Kel in here. Let's get Kel in here. Can someone explain the technical definition of a smack around? So a smack around is when you out there trying to compete, but you really can't do anything. So it's kind of like just getting smacked around. All right, that's a smack around. Sorry.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
Yeah. Kenny.
it's a little
That's
different than the at-home smack around. Okay.
Kenny-nomics. All right.
Hey,
Kenny knows.
anyways, let's talk about the Phillies are on fire.
Yeah.
On fucking fire.
Are they gonna choke in the World
No.
Series again?
No.
They could in the World Series.
Anytime, Kel. No, not in the World Series. If they get to the World Series, they're winning this time.
But we'll see.
The way that Bryce Harper is swinging that motherfucking bat,
Yeah.
he
I understand
everybody's
that.
just gonna come with him. Pause. So
You're so
Anyway.
stupid.
There's so many things going through my head. I'm not
yeah,
gonna say any
I
of them.
just anyway.
Yeah. So,
Well,
anyways, no, I did say before the damn playoffs started that I was like, watch out for the Phillies because they got good pitching and they got if their bats get going, they could beat anybody.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's basically baseball, man. I think it's gonna probably be the Astros and the Phillies, honestly. I think Texas is cooling off.
Rangers and the Phillies. That's how I got. If it goes Rangers and the Phillies, I have Phillies winning in 6.
Nah.
Okay.
If it's Phillies Rangers, you might see a sweep. Phillies.
You're tripping, bro. It's not
I'm
gonna
not
be the
tripping at all.
case.
Rangers are cooling off. I'm telling you. It's
Listen,
over.
everybody, listen. The whole time, every series, everybody says the Rangers, the Rangers, the Rangers, the cool and the cool. It's not. They're not.
All right, we'll see, Kenny.
Anyway,
We'll see.
let's continue. What we got for hockey, man?
Hockey,
Like,
bro. All right.
it's been all over the place.
The Vegas Knights are coming off of a cup win, and they look great. They're undefeated. They were down 2-1 to Dallas the other night. I thought for sure Dallas was gonna take it, and nope. Vegas came back, tied it up, went into a shootout, and ended up winning. I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna be beat, man. Like obviously they're gonna be beat a little bit this year. Nobody goes undefeated in hockey, but
Yeah.
I'm saying over the course of the season, they're just gonna be a freaking train.
The Penguins is 4-2 Penguins. They're close. They're closing in. Hey guys, I'm just letting you know I'm not a degenerate. It's just because Brian is influencing me, and now I bet a
What am
lot
I
of sports and I watch hockey, so I'm knowledgeable about a lot of sports. All right, I'm not your traditional guy.
You guys are junkies.
Another weekend, and since last week, Connor Bedard, he looks good.
He looks phenomenal.
I mean, just wait for a couple more years when that boy puts on some more weight.
He is like Nash.
Yeah, no, he is. He's a little guy right now.
Yeah,
He'll never be huge, but he's not really a man yet. He's got a little blooming left to do.
Kel, you want the definition for that, Kel? What is a man's man? Explain that.
Man, when he hasn't filled out all the way yet.
Fill what out?
Muscular structure.
Oh, okay. All right.
The hell do you think I mean?
I don't know. You said a man's man. I don't know what a man's man is.
No, I said a man.
A man's man.
He's only a man by age right now. Not.
How old is he?
He's 18.
So I'm trying to follow the best I can. We got you. We'll tone it down a little bit.
Is he really 18? Why is he playing?
Because NHL, they come right out of high school sometimes.
Oh wow.
I thought he was older than that. You sure he's 18?
He
I'm
was born
almost
in
certain.
2005. July
That's
17,
18.
2005.
Yeah.
He just turned 18.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's different though.
Yeah.
I didn't know they can still come out of high school though.
Oh yeah.
What makes him so good?
I don't know.
He's fast as shit.
He's just ridiculous. He's been playing like junior hockey. He's been playing at like I don't know if it's considered a professional level or not, but he's been playing with adults for like 3 years already.
Yeah.
Like he's so good. They've
It's like-
made exceptions for him to just join these leagues.
It's like the equivalent where or like somebody in high school, for instance, it's what Bryce Harper could have did, right? When Bryce Harper just left out of high school and just went JUCO so he can go to the league earlier, kind of similar like that. If they had a baseball version that you can do.
Was he drafted first?
Wait, Bryce Harper came right out of high school. What are you talking about?
He came out and went JUCO for 1 year. He left high school early, went JUCO for 1 year so he can go in the draft.
He did?
Yeah,
I thought he was 18 when he was drafted.
he was. He dropped out of high school.
Oh, so he didn't even finish high school.
No, he dropped out of high school, went JUCO for 1 year
Gotcha.
because they were in 10th grade. They were already projecting him to be the number one pick.
Yeah.
So he
also
dropped
back
out.
then he was a
Yeah.
catcher, so like catcher is just a very valuable position for baseball. So
You said what? I'm sorry,
I
I
said-
got
what? You
reading
reading the
the
comments?
I'm reading the comments. I'm reading
Bro,
the
I don't
people's
even know
comments.
what the hell they're talking about.
It's okay. Nah, but he did that. But no, he's phenomenal. Let's keep it going.
Jeez,
I'm amped up, bro.
you're hyped. All right, what
I
else?
ain't got much more right now.
Okay, well I got something.
Okay. good.
WNBA right now is the WNBA finals.
Oh,
It's
I'm
the
just-
Aces versus the Liberties, right? It's 2-1 Las Vegas up. If you guys don't watch good basketball in WNBA, this is good basketball right now.
I
Kelsey
will admit,
Plum, Aja
WNBA. If
Wilson.
you get to see these two teams, they're
they're hoopers.
different.
There's some hoopers out there. Aja
Right.
Wilson, Candace Parker, Kelsey Plum, what's her name?
Ionescu?
Sabrina, I don't know how to say her last name.
Ionescu or something like that.
Sabrina Ionescu. You got
I might be
Stewie
saying
out
that
there,
wrong.
Breonna Stewart. So they're hooping right now. So we'll see. It's the fourth quarter with 8 minutes left. Hopefully, the Liberty can win to go to Game 5. So it's a 5 series, and then the NBA starts next Tuesday. So stay tuned for that. we probably hear a lot about the Harden saga. So anyway, Ryan, let's get to football.
The Harden saga. I can't wait. I like the teaser. Hey, what do we got going on in football?
A lot of injuries.
A lot of injuries this week. All right, but I'm not going to go over the injuries. We'll just go over the games. Hey, Ravens Titans. What? So the Titans look like shit. We kind of knew that, but they don't look great. Tannehill doesn't look great. He injured his ankle during this game, so he's looking to be out. Malik Willis didn't look great when he came in.
You don't think he did?
I don't think he looked great.
No,
Nah.
Malik Willis, he looked like trash, bro.
Nah, man. I don't know what y'all looking at. He looked okay.
No,
he looked better than
Tannehill. He didn't know
Tannehill.
what to do with it. You know what you do when you have DeAndre Hopkins? Just throw it to him. Doesn't matter if he's
If
open,
it
just
was
throw
that
to him.
easy, everybody would do it, bro. It's not that easy.
No, I'm just
Well,
telling you.
Tannehill can't do
He's
it.
indecisive.
Tannehill was, before he got injured, he was 8 for 16, 76 yards and an interception. So, I mean, from a stat perspective, Malik Willis was fine. He was 4 for 5 for 74 yards. He had 4
That was
throws.
a screen pass. One of it was a screen pass to friggin'
Yeah.
Sharp. So let's not like it was a really big play at the
He
end
looked
of the game.
way better than Tannehill, bro. Tannehill looked
Okay.
when Tannehill was in the game, I was like, oh, there's no way that they can win.
The only thing that scares me is that the Ravens need to finish drives. They've settled for field goals like
They're
4
so
times
bad.
in this game. They had 1 touchdown. I don't know what it is. They're not looking to get Andrews in the involved in the game, so they need to get him more involved. And I expect them to do better as the year goes on. But also, this team was on bye week. But do you guys know the record for the Steelers right now?
The
3-2.
Steelers. Yeah,
Like,
they had 3-2.
They don't seem like they're 3-2.
No.
Like when I feel like any game that they like, I can't even recall 3 games that they won this year. They just somehow win games, and they're 2-0 in the division.
But I think that's because the games that they did win, it was like, what the hell? They beat the Raiders, they beat the Browns, and who else they beat?
The Ravens.
The Ravens.
The Ravens. But like those games where you didn't think about it because you're like, shit, how they lose to them anyway? And you just kind of didn't pay attention.
Yeah, but usually you're like, oh man, Pickens and Pickett must be doing great.
You know, they're 2 losses though.
Yeah. The 49ers.
The 49ers, they beat the dog smack out of them, and then they lost to Texans that nobody thought they were going to lose to the Texans.
Yeah.
You know? So
Well, I think the Ravens need to get their shit together if they want to win games longer down the stretch. They got to find ways to get in the end zone. They're not going to win games just taking field goals. However, the Chargers could take a
all right, bro.
lesson out of the book.
They left 9 points out on the field. They were in the red zone on 4th down. They went for a 4th down in the red zone 4 times.
Well, a couple of them are there. Well, no, I don't think they did 4 times.
Yes, they
No.
did.
One of them was a big sack that took him out of field goal range, so that was Herbert's fault.
We're in the red zone twice, bro.
Okay.
We're in the red zone twice. They weren't in the red zone when that big sack happened. They weren't in the red zone. They were just driving. We're in the red zone twice, and we went for it on one, and then we went for it on both actually. But that's besides the point. Anyway,
The Commanders beat the Falcons 24-16. Commanders are literally 1 week they show up, next week they don't. So they're just going to be up and down all year.
they're the
So hopefully they
Colorado of the NFL.
Hopefully they don't show up next week against the Giants. Or actually, hopefully they do show up and the Giants keep losing games. One thing about the Falcons, though, is last year they ran the ball every time and they got away with it because their defense was pretty decent last year. This year, it's not the same case. They need Ritter to throw the ball more, and he's actually doing decent. He has 2 back-to-back 300-yard games. That's pretty good. So we'll see. We'll see if it's Drake London. So my bold prediction at the beginning of the year is almost half right. I don't think Ritter is going to be a top guy towards the end of the season at the quarterback position, but Drake London is definitely the number 1 receiver. We have back-to-back touchdowns from Kyle Pitts, which people that have Kyle Pitts. However, Jonnu is right there, right behind him. So they're just running that 2 tight end two tight
But
end set.
but Drake London is like possession receiver right now. Like every time on third down, he's getting it.
Yeah, I think he had 12 targets this game.
Yeah, it was crazy. He's 12 in the league right now in passing yards.
Oh, really?
I never thought that in the beginning of the year he'd be that close. I thought he was gonna be bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, that was my bold prediction. Remember?
Yeah, 1380 right now.
And then Vikings versus the Bears. This was a rough one to watch. 19-13.
Gosh.
It just was like no scoring. They definitely missed Justin Jefferson. You could tell. TJ Hawkinson predictably got a ton of the targets. He had 8 targets in this game, but there just wasn't a ton of offense. I mean, Kirk Cousins only threw the ball 31 times. They tried running the ball. Alexander Madison ran the ball 18 times for 44 yards. They just could not get anything done on the ground, and it was just a putrid game. Justin Fields left that game with a finger injury, I think, and he had trouble gripping the ball, so he didn't come back in the game. He's looking like he's not going to hit IR. He's doubtful this week, but they're going to see. They're going to play it by ear. But other than that, Herbert was out of that game. Khalil Herbert's out of that game. The guy that took the most of the carries was Dante Foreman. He took 15 carries, 65 yards, but a lot of that was like towards the end of the game when it was kind of out of reach. Seahawks, Bengals sneak another win, 17-13. Seahawks are another team that had some pretty bad losses. However, they look like they're heating up. Like their offense is the one that's not performing. Their defense is actually playing pretty well. But the Bengals are just troublesome to watch. Like Burrow does look like he's getting healthier.
You think they're bad to watch?
They look rough. Like they should score more than 17 points against Seattle.
But I told you that was
in my opinion. Why?
I told you there's going to be regression.
Well, they don't look great, but Burrow is heating up. So, and they're only 3-3, so it's like not like they're out of it because they're only one game back from the division lead.
Yeah, can we talk about the most important team in that conference though? The Browns. Let's talk about it.
Yeah. Oh, right. That's the next team coming up. Thanks for the transition. It's like we rehearsed it.
Yes.
The Browns shocked the world and beat the undefeated 49ers 17-19 at home. PJ Walker slinging the ball. You know what? If you play fantasy football,
you didn't like it.
You send your paychecks to PJ Walker because they actually got Amari Cooper the ball and he had over 100 yards. So I'll take it any day of the week. Because I almost didn't want to start Cooper because they started DTR not last week but the week before, and Cooper had maybe like 2 catches.
A little birdie told you something, you know.
Yeah. I'll take everything I can get.
Did you hear what?
Go ahead.
I said, did you hear what they asked him after the game? What he talked to Jacoby. Him and Jacoby's pretty cool, right? So he actually talked to Jacoby and said, "Hey man, what should I like look for in the game? Like, what's your takeaway? What you tell me I need to do going into the game?" He said, "If Amari's open, just throw it to him. Even if he's not open, still throw it to him."
Yeah,
so just throw it up to him, bro. Every time. Don't worry about it. He did.
Yeah, some people are giving Purdy shit, saying like he's not the real deal, like that was a bad game. But the Browns are not a slouch defense. They're
not
like,
at all, bro. They're
like a really, really good top end defense this year. Like the only reason they're winning games is because of their defense. What's that face for?
Oh man.
No, Brian's gonna see. It's all good.
Oh boy.
What?
Oh boy. Hey, don't forget about
the Panthers come back?
Oh. Don't forget about Kareem Hunt. They had the bye week and they came back and he got the ball a ton. And he's catching the ball out of the backfield. So I think Kareem Hunt's going to start taking over that backfield a little bit more.
Which more?
Elijah Moore.
Elijah Moore, yeah.
Elijah Moore's he's their chain mover. He's their possession guy.
Yeah.
So he's got 4 catches, 19 yards in that game. So he's close to the line of scrimmage. He's going to be a quarterback's best friend that can't get the ball down the field. Kenny, I can't take your picture.
What the fuck is going on? The Astros
I
are
don't-
losing.
No.
What's happening? What's happening?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry,
Just
guys.
say it.
I
Say it.
apologize. The Sam Houston FIU game, they just turned it over, right?
Bro, yeah.
And then they got the ball back, and I'm like watching them right now, and I'm just gritting my teeth. And the Penguins is down 3-4. Sorry, guys. That's what happens when you bet. You have a problem.
Hey,
Yeah, you guys are
I just
fucking degenerates.
you brought up Brock Purdy. He did look pretty pedestrian in that game after 2 of his key pieces went down. Well, actually 3, because Trent Williams did hurt his ankle. He did gut out the game, but he wasn't quite the same. I think that this is indicative of a lot of quarterbacks in the league right now. Like, if they have pieces around them, they look really good. But once those pieces are diminished, they're just average Joes.
Bro, that's not true. It was
I don't think.
first of
so.
all, he doesn't have big hands, and it was wet as hell out there.
Mm-hmm.
It was wet as hell out there, and you can tell it was affecting him. Every time he was throwing the ball, it was slipping out his hand. So you make it seem like it was just perfect weather, 72 degrees, sunny, and he just didn't show up. That's never the case. It's just a bad game against a good defense.
My argument to that case, Brian, is that a lot of these games are game plan specific for certain players. And then when they
100%.
get injured, it's like, okay, you need to go in there and try and do exactly what we had game planned for Deebo Samuel. Because I bet you if they know these players are not in next week, George Kittle is more involved in the game. Like they didn't switch. They couldn't switch and get George Kittle involved in that game.
Then that's on the coach. You have to be able to adjust on the fly.
Well, I mean,
It's not about the coach adjusting on the fly. It's about the players.
He doesn't know how to call a
It's
play.
not
That's
that,
like,
bro.
hey, this is going to George Kittle.
Listen,
That's your first read or whatever.
that
This is gonna
doesn't
get
it
him
doesn't
open.
it doesn't operate like that. You don't operate like you don't go in the field and say, hey guys, this is Pee Wee football. You're just gonna throw it to Kittle. That doesn't work like that. Like you put guys in a position to say, listen, hey, we're running play action, and we got guys at certain positions where you know this is your first read. It's a progression. But you got guys out there that if they haven't played it, practice it during the week, and then you tell them now, hey, in the game, you're gonna line up where Debo normally lines up. Hey, it's your time to get the ball. You can be like, oh shit, like this. I didn't get the reps.
You can still draw up plays that are specific for players. You can throw screens. You can throw mesh concepts that rub routes, whatever, to get the guys open that you want to get the ball.
You are disregarding the fact that in practice during the week, it's a limited practice, right? If you're not a starter, you're not getting reps. Backups don't go in and getting reps. It's very.
We're talking about George Kittle.
I know we're talking about George Kittle, but we're talking about other people around him. If I know that
we're
George
not even
Kittle is
having this discussion.
Where the hell's Ayuk? Oh,
If they make that field goal, we're not even having this discussion.
no,
So, like,
no, we still should.
They did enough to win the game. The Browns are a good defense. They only scored 17 points. That was their problem. They're not all right. Shut up, Brian.
Yeah.
All right, Texas. Anyways, McCaffrey's oblique. He had injured his oblique. He was out like for third and fourth quarter, or most of the third quarter. But it's not looked to be serious. I think he plays on Monday night because they have the Monday night game. I think he's still going to play, but they might hold him out, which would suck for fantasy football.
I don't know why you would hold him out.
I wouldn't. I'd put his ass out there.
I'd put him out there, run up the score a little bit, and then take him out in the second half because you won't need him against that team.
Yep. Saints lose 13-20. They get beat by the Texans. CJ Stroud looks great. They're 3-3. That is just the proven thing with the NFL. It's like that's why quarterbacks get paid $40-50 million a year. That is why teams give up multiple first-round picks to move up and get a guy that they want to draft, because one player can ultimately change like the fate of your team. Like Nico Collins looked great last year, but with CJ Stroud, he's like a top 12 receiver. Like he's playing excellent. So yeah, CJ Stroud looks great. They're 3-3 and they go into the bye this week. The Saints are still 3-3. They're in a winnable division. They just need to figure out how to play some offense because their defense is just like the Browns. They're keeping them in games. Their defense is good, and they just can't put up points, and they should put up points because they have I don't understand what's going on with this team. They're the most frustrating team to watch. Derek Carr literally doesn't look for Olave until like the second half. It's like he hits him. He can only see Michael Thomas in the first half, and then the second
It's
half.
not in the game plan, bro. They didn't draw it up to go to him.
Yeah, and then at halftime they're like, "Hey, you gotta look at Olave."
Olave, that's it.
Cause he ends the game with points, so Olave does well towards the end of the game. But just don't watch the first half if you're putting Olave in the game.
Kenny, are you watching this stupid game right now?
Oh
These guys are like idiots.
You're watching.
I watch better high school football than this crap.
Oh my gosh!
Holy crap!
Oh my gosh!
What is going on right now?
Hey, that's why I told you, Ryan.
You guys are fucking degenerates.
No, bro.
What is going on?
I told Brian to chill. I said, don't even do it, man. Anyway, continue, Ryan.
Hey, Jags win 27-20. Big injury news here. We already knew last week that Anthony Richardson had a shoulder injury. He was out this game. Turns out he's having season-ending surgery, so he's out for the rest of the year. We're gonna have Gardner Minshew. So if you play fantasy football, it's great for Michael Pittman because it's a contract year for him, and he's got a quarterback that's gonna throw him the ball a ton and hyper target him. I think he had like 11 catches for like 109 yards in this game. Josh Downs, the guy that plays close to the line of scrimmage, that's also great for him. He's gonna be a PPR machine in this season. Trevor Lawrence got hurt as well. He hurt his I think it's his knee. He's questionable to play in Thursday night's game against the Saints, so we'll see if he plays. I think he's going to tough it out and he'll be out there, but we'll see how effective he's going to be. ETN has been coming on the last two games. I love that the preseason narrative going into the year was going to be Bigsby. Bigsby's going to get a lot of running. He's going to be the second running back. He's going to take a lot. And then ETN's just the workhorse back. He's the best. Go ahead, guys. React to whatever the fuck's going on.
I'm not doing nothing, bro.
Bro, don't worry about it.
I'm listening to you, bro.
I just don't understand.
I'm just listening to you, bro.
What did you take? Who did you take in this game?
Sam Houston. Like, come on.
Well, what time?
Bro, it's 3rd and 13. They run the ball.
Yeah, man, you gotta set yourself up field position, baby.
He doesn't understand. He doesn't understand that. He thinks that they care about the spread. They don't care.
I don't give a shit about the spread at this point. That's over.
It doesn't help me. I got 37.5.
Oh, see, I got 36.5.
Yeah, so whatever. That's besides
the
point.
Dolphins stomped the Panthers. Panthers are 0-6, so every loss that they have is just another day that the Bears will love because the Bears have their first round pick.
The Bears have whose pick?
The Panthers, don't they?
Oh, so the Bears are going to get Marvin Harrison Jr. to go with Justin Fields? Not bad.
Or Marvin Harrison Jr. to go with Caleb Williams if they move on from Justin Fields. I don't think they should, but
no.
I don't think they should, but we'll see.
Hey, at least this idiot made the damn kick.
They didn't.
But Tyreek Hill's a cheat code. The guy he came out of the game to get oxygen, and then they put him back in he left with cramping. I thought he got injured. I was getting real nervous, but no, he just had. That's how you defeat Tyreek Hill. You just make him tired, and then boom.
It doesn't matter because once he gets that oxygen, it's over.
Yeah, he's so good.
When the oxygen get to them legs, he's over. He's gonna be gone.
He's so good. He's on pace to beat Calvin Johnson's receiving record. So
he said he's trying to do that. So
I know he said 2,000 this year.
Yeah, and he only
well,
got
we
2 years
believed
left.
it. We believed it. We believed it.
You got him. I was mad.
We only got 2 years left. Yeah, you're right. He said he basically put an end date.
He said 10 years. I'm done.
Yeah. Do you think that's dependent on him winning? Well, he's already won a Super Bowl, so it doesn't really matter to him, to be honest.
With you. I think that what does he have to prove, right? Because we're at a time and age where guys don't really care about saying, "Oh, I'm the best." Because in him, he's gonna say, "I'm the fastest receiver. My numbers are crazy. I was unguardable."
He's a cheat code right now. He doesn't need to prove. He's ridiculous.
His porn star grid.
He does want to be a porn star.
Does he really?
Yes.
Is this a thing?
Yes.
No way.
Jess, put your
Yes.
phone down. No, I'm just.
I saw it on the interwebs. It's got to be real
It's
You saw what on the interwebs?
that he wants to be a porn star. I'm pretty sure I saw that in an interview
I
or on
wasn't
like
sure
a
if he was-
podcast.
was he
I think he was on
joking?
like no, I think he was on a podcast somewhere and actually said that.
Nice. Good for him. Nice.
That's interesting.
Raiders revenge game for McDaniels. He beats the Patriots.
What do you mean revenge game? He got
21-17.
that last year when they beat us.
Well, he beat you again.
Yeah, he did.
The Patriots look terrible. Brian's every day making an excuse about how bad his receiving weapons are. Last
still
year
think
it
they
was
have a
an
chance.
inept. Last year's inept offense was the play calling, and then this
It
year
was.
it's better play calling but worse receiving options. So
Look, man, I'm just glad that they
It's
let
his
Ja-
3-year plan. I like
just
Zach,
glad-
man.
yeah, he's basically our producer.
Hey,
So
Zach.
if you got questions, Zach looks it up.
Yeah, come holler
He's-
at us, Zach.
Hey, shout out to Zach. He beat us in the DFS this week.
Yeah,
I think
That was you.
yeah, that was Zach.
I don't
Yeah.
like him. I don't like him. No
I
more.
like Zach.
I just-
I just stay second place. I'm just like always right there.
At least you stay second. But
I
I'm
put
either
out a good lineup,
first
and
or
then I
last.
realized Ryan had the same damn lineup in the afternoon games. I was like, oh, I can't gain on him. Never mind.
I can't. I love putting the afternoon games
Yeah, I know.
because I hate like having it, like having no one left and like it being it. So, just shut up, Zach. All right, what else we got? Okay, do you have anything to say about the Patriots before we move on?
please
Sell them all.
sell them all like that. Oh my gosh.
I'm not kidding. Sell pieces you aren't going to re-sign.
Okay, we'll just keep rolling. Hey, Lions keep rolling 20-6 against the Bucks. The
Bro,
They
what's
lost-
wrong with
they
Mike
lost-
Evans? What is wrong with Mike Evans?
what do you mean? Well, he had a lot of drops in
He
this
had
game.
like 11 targets and only 4 catches.
Yeah, he had a lot of drops, and he dropped some pretty bad ones.
Yeah,
He
typical
does
Mike
that.
Evans.
He does that.
He's
He does
such
it
a piece of
occasionally.
shit sometimes, man.
Relax, man. He
Bro.
has been so good up to that game.
Get on the judge
is-
machine.
Relax. He's still gonna get 1,000 yards and be great this
Yeah,
year.
of course he is.
David Montgomery went down with an ankle injury this game, so that kind of sucks for them. Jahmyr Gibbs might be back this week? Question mark. And then the Rams won 26-9 against the Cardinals. No big shocker there. The Rams offense looks to be back. Cooper Kupp is great at football. We know that. And then Kyron Williams, their running back, their stud running back that's been getting all the carries. He was great. He was terrible in the first half, and then he just turned it on. He had over 100 yards and a touchdown in the second half, but he rolled his ankle as well. So he's out looking like till week 10.
Do you think Evans? Who do you think starts for them? Because they got Royce Freeman, they signed Darrell Williams. Oh, not Darrell Henderson. Sorry, and then they have Evans. Who do you think?
If I'm rolling the dice,
And they got
I gotta
Miles
start someone this
Gaskin,
week.
right? And they
Yeah.
got Miles Gaskin.
If I got to start someone this week, it's going to be Evans, but I would speculatively add all these other places
I'd pick up
players as
Henderson.
well.
I think Henderson is the long-term solution.
Brian said Henderson.
Oh, never mind.
Darnell.
If Brian said that, never mind. I disagree.
Darnell.
That's his
Oh,
name.
no,
Darrell.
it's Darrell.
It's Darrell.
Darrell.
Yeah.
Darrell Henderson. Darrell, whatever. Darrell Henderson. Zach says Evans. I think Evans as well.
I think
He's
Evans
only-
gets the first
got-
go at it.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
it's
sure.
his to lose.
It's going to be like the Kareem Hunt situation in Cleveland. Like initially it was Ford, and then Kareem Hunt took it over.
Well, Ford still got a lot of carries, but Sean McVay loves. They've never had. Y'all are fucking tripping me. They've never just relied on one running back, or never relied on a running back by committee. They like giving the ball to one back. That's just like their system. Like Todd Gurley was it, Cam Akers was it when he was there. Like it's just that's kind of how they run their style. I'm gonna go with Evans first, and then see what happens with the rest of it. But
I
to be
hope
honest
Evans-
with you, I think Kyron Williams comes back in like 3 weeks. That's what
I
it's
hope-
looking like.
I hope Evans does. I hope Evans gets the shot because I thought he was a good running back at Ole Miss. So
Yeah. Okay. The big upset of the week. Um,
We already talked about the 49ers.
nope. Big upset. The Jets 20,
That's not a big upset, in
the
my opinion.
Eagles 14.
We've been saying all year the
The
Eagles are
Eagles lose.
not very good.
Well, they
They're
ran into
not.
their first difficult defense, and Jalen Hurts had 3 interceptions this game, and it was a pretty rough outing for him. So they should have won. They could have won this game, but they didn't because Jalen Hurts threw a pick like late in the game.
Threw 3 of them. It was bad.
Well, yeah, but he threw a pretty bad one towards the end that got him in like field goal range, like with like 2 minutes left in the game.
I'll take overtime, Kenny. It's fine. Helps the over.
I'm good, bro.
Yeah.
Y'all are sick, man.
That's why.
Kenny, you got anything to say about the Eagles?
Oh no, I don't have anything to say about the Eagles. I like how Haas is playing. So
Oh, he had a good game. He showed up
hey.
this game.
he said last week. He said, "Bro, I'm back, guys," and he's starting to add them sacks up. He has a while to catch that man in Khalil Mack. Khalil Mack's playing ungodly. These last couple games he's been playing ungodly.
Yeah.
So, but no, I don't have anything to say about them. I think the Eagles are underproducing for sure. I don't think they're using Devontae Smith enough. I think AJ Brown is playing all right. I think Jalen Hurts needs to up his play. His play is not there as par. And I think Smith is I'm not Smith. What's his name? The running back. Golly. Swift. Yeah, he's playing top tier. He's playing like how everybody expected him to be coming into the league. So
I think he fumbled this game too.
I think he did once. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they signed Julio Jones to get some depth for sure.
Yeah. I think they lost Quez Watkins, who was their like number 3 guy. Julio played in the league last year. He was in Tampa. Not a lot of people remember that, but he was injured on and off. That's his big issue. Yeah. He's just older. He's always had injuries, but he's played through them. Now that he's older, he can't play through them. It's just terrible. And then also Kyler got activated. Kyler Murray for the Cardinals. He got activated to his 21-day practice window. So within the next 3 weeks, he's going to be activated to the active roster. I think that's telling that they're not going to move on from Kyler. I think that they are going to keep him going because go ahead.
Yeah, I think the thing with Kyler though was depending on how their season was going to be when he got there. I don't think anybody thought Joshua Dobbs was going to play like how he's playing. Like with Dobbs playing how he plays, it doesn't even rush Kyler to come back, right? He can wait till all the 21 games. Granted, I know they're not going to do that, but he's playing well enough from them to be in the ball game. And I think that the Cardinals, how everything is kind of situated, they feel like they have a shot. Like, yes, they're not going to get catch the 49ers, right? But the Rams, all right, we can compete with the Rams. We can compete with the Seahawks. I think they still got a chance.
Well, like I don't think they're even looking for a wild card.
You don't think so?
Honest, I think no. This is the literal best case scenario. They're competitive in games, yet they're losing. So none of their games look like New York Giants games where like you're just playing like shit.
Yeah.
And you look inept. You look everything's broken. No, they look functional. They look like they have building blocks. It gets the fans still excited to watch the game. And then they get a good draft pick. And if Kyler's it, then they have something to build. They could turn it around easy next year and be a top tier team again. Because Hollywood Brown looks great. The rookie they drafted, Michael Wilson, looks good. Zach Ertz is starting to get a little phased out, and they had Trey McBride, their second-year tight end, start coming alive a little bit in this last game. So I think that they're going to start taking some chances and start building their roster for next year. And if they get Kyler in there to get the jitters out this year, going into next year, he should be ready to go.
Yeah, I like that. That makes sense.
The Giants almost pulled out a win against the Buffalo Bills. The Bills' offense looks like really bad right now. The Giants played great defensively.
I think part of that was just Dayball knowing Josh Allen so well, though. He knows how to like keep him contained.
That's what I was telling people. Like how the Giants compete? I'm like, man, he's been his offensive coordinator. He knows what he likes. Right. Yeah. I could tell a defensive coordinator, hey, listen, this is how we scheme against him. This is what he likes his go-to. Yeah, this is his tendencies. It's easy to do when you've been his OC for so long.
Oh, and last thing is, did you know that Jim Schwartz for the defensive coordinator for the Browns is like 1-11? Kyle Shanahan is like 1-11 against his defenses. Like
Who?
that, like I think it's his defense or
Yeah,
is it
Jim Schwartz. Yeah.
Jim Schwartz? Yeah,
His
Jim
scheme.
his defensive scheme is like exceptional against Kyle Shanahan's offense, like in his career. Anytime they've played one of his offenses, they've like lost almost every game except for one. So if we would have known that ahead of time, we could have bet Browns money line, made some cash, put the house on it. All right, and then I don't even want to talk about the Cowboys. Chargers blew it. We talked about it earlier. Don't worry, Cowboys are going to the Super Bowl again. Let's wait till next week. They'll prove us wrong and look like shit. They're the opposite of Kirk Cousins and the Vikings. They wait. They don't show up in regular time, but prime time they tend to do pretty well during prime time.
I don't
And
think
then
they
look
really
like
won the
shit
game. I
during the
think
week.
we gave the game to them, but that's just my point, my personal view. So anyway,
All right, and then just real quick, just hit on some Ryan's fantasies. There's 6 teams that have a bye week this week, so you're going to be streaming quarterbacks. You're going to be streaming positions here. Geno Smith is a great stream. He's been pretty pedestrian for most of the season, so he's going to be out there. He's coming off a bye week. He's going to be on your waivers. Waivers have already ran, so hopefully you have him on your team. They're playing the Cardinals. Brock Purdy is also playing the Vikings. I like Brock Purdy to have a bounce back game, and I'm telling you, Stafford is just getting unlucky. Like once those touchdowns start flowing, they were running the ball in with Kyron Williams. Kyron Williams had an insane amount of touchdowns in the rushing. Now that he's not there in the backfield, I think that Stafford is going to get a couple more. We're going to see some positive regression for the touchdown passes. Aaron Jones is coming back. The Packers are playing the Denver Broncos, which is like the worst defense in the history of the league right now. So Jordan Love, I like this week. I like Aaron Jones. Even depending on his health, AJ Dillon might even be a factor. So yeah, and then Stevenson played pretty well last week. Did Zeke get into the end zone as well, or
Yeah, he
both
did.
running backs 8.
yeah, they both got in the end zone, but Stevenson got the bulk of the carries. And the positive part is
Stevenson got hurt. Their carries were very similar because Stevenson got hurt.
Yeah, but Stevenson
Zeke
was
ended up getting like 3 or
involved
4
in
straight drives. So he got the ball a lot.
Well, Stevenson got the passes out of the backfield, which is what we talked about last week that they weren't doing with him. So as long as they keep giving him the ball out of the backfield in the receiving game, they're going to be fine. All right, and then receiver, I like Amari Cooper, so keep starting him. The Giants have a hard time against receivers. Terry McLaurin is the guy.
Curtis Samuel's sneaky though.
Curtis Samuel is not sneaky. He is the number 2 on that team.
No, I'm saying sneaky play like to sleep him in like DFS or something like that.
Oh yeah, throw Curtis Samuel out there. He's probably going to be a little bit more expensive now that he's got 2 games back to back, and they hate Jahan Dotson. He's
that's a strong word.
He's on the all cardio team with Sky Moore and Quentin Johnson
and Rashee Rice.
Yeah, no, Rashee Rice is going to have a blow up game. He's my sneaky pick. Oh yeah, he's getting
more targets, that's for sure.
He's not even getting on the field that much. He's probably playing like 40% of the snaps, but when he's out there and he runs a route, he gets a target. Like his targets per route run is pretty good. So I would really heavily look at Rashee Rice. Also, I know this is going to make you throw up in your mouth. The Giants are going to have to find something on offense. And if you notice this last game, Isaiah Hodgins out the door. They settled on Darius Slayton in 3 wide receiver sets. They had Darius Slayton, Wan'Dale Robinson, and Jalen Hyatt. Jalen Hyatt had a sick 3rd down catch over the middle of the field. Like he just needs to get more involved in the game. Jalen Hyatt's a guy that if you're in deeper leagues and you want to have someone throw on the back end of your roster, I could see him having a pretty good year. And especially if the Giants are since they're 1-5, and if they lose this game or if they lose a couple more games, they're going to have to start throwing in some of these rookies to see what they got. They got in those players. But that's it. And then I won't even cover tight end. Logan Thomas is going to crush the Giants because we suck.
All right. Well, we appreciate Ryan's fantasies. I know you had to rush through that real quick. I'll be quick with BK Bets. We're going to start in college football. If you're tracking our parlays right now, Action Sports, or if you're in our DraftKings betting group, we're looking pretty good right now. But anyway, tomorrow we have JMU Marshall and then Rice Tulsa. So what I want you guys to do is I want you to take the over for the JMU Marshall game, push it down. If you can get it close to, I think regional, anything under 200, I think is good. If you can get it around 46 points, I think it's good. 47 and a half is good as well. I think it'll be points put up. If you want to bet on somebody, definitely I would take JMU. But I'm not even going to touch it because I think JMU might have a letdown. So I want to touch the over on that game. And then you can pair that up with Tulsa, take the money line, put some money on that. I think you'll have good odds when you'll come into Saturday with a win on your play, or Friday, sorry, with a win on your play. If you want to be smart, do not take Temple for whatever it takes. If you take SMU 20 and a half or push the over down to 48 and a half, and I think that'd be good either way you go there. On our Saturday games, I'm not listening to what Brian says. I'm going to take Ohio State money line. I'm taking the over for the UCF Oklahoma game. I think Oklahoma has a letdown defensively, so I think you can push those down a couple points in the 50s range, maybe like 58. You can get some good odds there, but I like the over that in that game. I'm going to side on Brian a little bit. I don't like Air Force to spread because they're going to play as a rival game. I like the over on this game, 34 and a half. I think it's entirely too low.
I was going to say the over too, Kenny.
Yeah, the over is entirely too low at 34 and a half. I think that is money play, right? Granted, I know the clock is going to go faster, but I think that's a money play. If you do like Air Force, like how Brian does, 9.5, I think is a safe bet. I like the 6.5 on the Memphis UAB game. I think Memphis has a comeback game. They're one of the highest scoring teams in NCAA right now. I think that's a good pick. I know this is a game people are not expecting, but over 39 is the Northwestern Nebraska game. It's at 41 right now, but I want you to push it to 39. I think that's a lock. I told you guys already. I like that. Bauman is at Oklahoma State, so plus 3.5. I like that game. I want you to push the Tennessee and Bama game down to 46.5. I like that game going over. I think Tennessee, yes, they've been running the ball. They haven't really got the throwing game going, but our secondary right now is not looking good at Alabama, and I think we can put points up on Tennessee. Yeah, I think that's it. That's I really have that I'm tracking, right? I think a couple of trap games I would probably stay away from is the Ole Miss Auburn game. I would stay away from there. The Michigan State game, I think that's a trap game only from the sense of it's a rival game, so you never know what's going to happen. It's crazy things happen there. The Duke FSU game, people are going to try to press that FSU 14.5. But I think Leonard is coming back. So if he's coming back in that game, I'm going to stay away from that game. But if not, then I would take FSU 13.
Where is that game?
It's playing in Tallahassee, though. I know.
Yeah, that home crowd.
Yeah. And the USC Utah game, I think that's a game that you can take safely with USC, but I'm just leaving them alone until they show me that they're back to their normal selves. Yeah, and I think those are the sneaky games I would look out for. Of course, my dog of the other day is always San Jose State. I like them. I'm going to bet them again. They're playing against Utah State. I'm going to bet them there. But yeah, that's what I got.
That'll probably be high scoring as well.
Yeah.
Hey, before Brian goes, can I tell Brian to go fuck himself? Ramondre Stevenson had 65% of the snaps. Zeke only had 38% of the snaps. Ramondre had 10 carries. Zeke only had 7 carries. So you can go fuck yourself. All right, go ahead.
Carries. I didn't know we were talking about snaps.
Well, he still outsnapped Zeke, so I was correct.
Okay.
Whatever.
You were correct.
Yeah. Thank you. I would like to be apologized to.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's your apology.
Thanks.
Hey,
that was
real quick on the Air Force game because, like Kenny said, the over. I'm hitting that over. That's too good to be true. But we have to be wary. I'm not sure if their quarterback is going to be back. He got hurt against Wyoming. That's why they missed the spread last week.
Doesn't matter.
The backup came in and fumbled the ball. So
with those teams, those are the teams that you can plug and play. He'll be all right.
I know. I mean, I know the triple option, like all that, but he's not the athlete that Carrier is, man.
I'm 100% agree to that.
Like it just looked different.
You don't get a 400 meter runner
Right.
at quarterback. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I like that. Um, NFL real quick. I like the Dolphins this week. They're going into Philly.
I'm gonna clip that.
I know you might as well because it's like one time I'm gonna say it.
They're gonna lose.
No, I mean, here's the thing: the only way the Eagles can win this game is if their defensive front can overtake Miami's offensive line, which they are capable of doing. But I'm worried that Miami is just so good at getting rid of the ball so quick that it's not going to matter. And I don't think Philly's offense is clicking well enough right now to keep up with Miami's offense. So that's a game I'm targeting. Right now, Miami is an underdog. I would just hit their money line. You get some plus odds on it.
Yeah, I took them at +2 just because. Yeah,
in case they.
Yeah, just in case some weird stuff happens.
Yeah, I mean that's true. It's a primetime game. The over under is 52. I'm heavily considering the under on that as well.
Yeah. I take Miami -6.5.
I wouldn't disagree with that.
I mean, you're going to get real good
odds. Philly's
secondary
is trash.
Yeah,
it's trash.
I know.
And they're going to need no offense to Slay, who is guarding Tyreek Hill?
No, they don't have anybody that can guard Tyreek Hill.
Okay, so nobody. With that being said, if you put Slay on Tyreek Hill, is Bradbury going to have a day with Waddle? Because Waddle's going to get busy.
No.
He's heating up. He's heating up.
It's a wrap, dude. I don't think the Eagles stand a chance.
Yeah.
In this game, honestly.
All right.
Let's see, what else do I like? I also like the Lions on the road. They're going into Baltimore. I know Jared Goff on the road sucks, but Baltimore cannot score points. So if you don't want to go with the money line with me, consider the under. It's 42.5, and the Ravens have been scoring like 15 points a game. They're trash right now. I know Kenny hates the under.
I'm just
but they got 24 last week. They can get 4. They can get 4 field goals in that game, and then one touchdown.
I don't know. Detroit's defense has been really good though. So
it's the Bucks, bro. Chill out.
Yeah. Listen, you ready to clip another one, Ryan? You're gonna take Buffalo -9 at New England. They're gonna smash the hell out of New England. If they're even within 20, I'll be happy as a Patriots fan. I'll be like, wow, we played pretty well, guys. I mean, dude, the Patriots are just a disaster right now. Disaster. Yeah, they can't score anything.
Bill has a good. He'll have a good scheme, and the Giants held them to 14 points or whatever.
I just don't think we can do that. Who's making a play for the Patriots on defense right now? Yeah, the scheme is great and all, but they're missing key players. They don't have a number one corner right now. Their pass rusher is gone.
J.C. Jackson, he's making the play. J.C. Jackson.
He ain't the same since he got hurt. He's just not. He's still all right, but he's not a number one corner. Am I right, Kenny?
Shut up.
He's paid like one.
Yeah, he is. And then let's see. I'm gonna take the Raiders on the road. They're going into Chicago. It's gonna be the battle of backup quarterbacks. I don't think Jimmy G's gonna be all right to play, is he? I think he's probably gonna sit a week out.
Questionable right now, but I don't know.
Yeah. It just comes down to me for that Josh Jacobs is just the better offensive weapon versus what the Bears have. That's where it comes down to for me.
Josh Jacobs is a buy low candidate in my opinion for a lot of leagues because I think he came in all honesty, I think he came to the team out of shape.
Yeah.
And you could tell. And he's starting to get back into football shape.
I told you he's gonna be on the couch. He's a couch potato. Jonathan Taylor and him ain't the same body type, man. He was a couch potato.
He's out there looking like Fat Thor, just like trying to get out there. But he's starting to look good. He's getting more shifty. I think he even had like a 15-yard run this last game. So, I mean, for a big guy like that.
He's not even big, bro. He's like 210, 215.
Hey.
Don't give him too much credit.
He was, you mean. He's probably like 230 right now.
When's the Najee Harris breakout going? 'Cause that'd be-
Listen, well, I was just going to get to that game real quick. I actually like them on the road at the Rams as a money line. They are an underdog. I'm on some dogs this week in the
Yeah,
NFL.
can you be done so I can go say the
Nope.
real teams?
And then
please?
I got one more. Kenny.
Hurry up,
I got the Chargers beating the Chiefs in Kansas City this week.
motherfucker.
no.
Plus 205 money line. Let's go.
Hey guys,
Is that a
this
primetime
is.
game?
I know we're running on time, guys. This is the definition of Brian pulling shit out his ass. So listen, we're not even listening to that. All right, this is the real ticket that you need to take, or take these teams. Right, I got the Jacksonville Jaguars money line tomorrow. Cool. I got Tampa Bay money line against the Falcons at home. I like the Rams money line at home. I like the Cardinals +8 on the road against the Seahawks. I like the Dolphins +2. Brian already touched on that. I like the over for the Buffalo Bills New England game. I pushed it down. It's at 41 and actually I didn't push it down. It's at 41.5 right now. I did the Ravens and over 42 for the Detroit Lion game. I put 50 on it to get 66,000. So if you guys want to feel risky, come. You don't got to put 50 on it, but just come join your boy.
Hold
And,
on, let me write that down. What were they? Is that in DK?
Yeah, that's it on DK. That's it. Well, that's what I got. So anyway, that's what I got, guys. So I think that kind of wraps it up, unless Brian has something to say. But that wraps it up for BK Bets. We appreciate you guys. We know we went over on time. Everybody in the chat, we appreciate the love and support. Come back next week. Keep putting things in the chat. Share, like, and subscribe. Send to all your friends. Good luck in your fantasy leagues. If you guys are doing well, good. If you're doing bad, don't worry about it. You can make a comeback. For all the guys that's betting with us, let's get some money this week. Peace.
Fuck Sam Houston.
Peace.